And we're back with Game 2 of the series. Invictus Gaming hammered down in Xi'an, as you can see here, against Team WE. Now, Team WE had some openings, but do you think it was enough for them to have hope here?
No, definitely
Oh my God,
not.
you're supposed to say yes!
Okay, I thought you were talking only about game 1. And
Okay,
game 1, like, yeah, it didn't really happen.
Yeah, that's
Game 2, I think a couple things do need to change. The number one first thing is that they need to stop the outplays happening from Ning versus Beishang.
Yes,
because that was a very difficult matchup for Beishang to navigate through. I like what Ning did with the Olaf. It fits his style super well. We told you about Conquerors and Ning. Like, Ning's definitely going to bring that Conquerors just to find the jungle and solo kill. He gets the early flash out from Ning. Wasn't enough. Ning finds his next two positions, just hammers him down quite easily, and snowballs the game.
You're so, like, that's what worries me when it comes to Ning, because Ning makes he makes that one boneheaded decision. Like, he comes out there, he makes us like, why was that even a thing? Then comes right back on the map and makes such a smart follow-up. So that's what I'm worried about with Team WE. They come out, they make the right play early on, but being able to stick to the game plan, helping Xie and bot side out, didn't actually go to plan, because it felt like what would be a ticking time bomb topside was just an issue right now. So what do you want to see in the pick ban? Because oftentimes I always focus on the players to see, you know, they played incorrectly at this point in the time or this point, but it really feels like Post needs to just stop the bleeding, ironically, if we're just talking about Vladimir. Do you think that he should take the Vladimir back in his case? Do you think that the GP should never be seen in the series? What do you want here?
So W actually have a very specific draft strategy, and it's that they always choose red side. The first game, IG did have side selection. They went red side themselves. And for W, they actually have not won a single game on blue. They have not won a single game. So I think it's very clear what they want to do. W are very noteworthy for their draft strategy, is that they take red side and they take defensive matchups. So that's what I think they're going to be able to do on game 2.
Yes.
And what they want to draft for is, I don't think they're going to be able to take the laning phase against IG players. That's almost impossible to do, especially with the Shy. So what I want to see them do is, you know, at least you build a composition that has maneuverability for Mystic. And remember Mystic that game. He was down multiple kills. He was down in the laning phase. He still did 4,000 more damage than his opposing AD carry.
I know a few AD carries. You know what their mentality is?
What is it?
If we're taking the Draven type players and then putting them to where they belong, right in the bin, then you start talking. he's sure.
T1.
I won't comment.
Okay.
But I'm like, in terms of just like, you know, if they're like Mystic, incredibly talented, comes out there on the supportive pick, he gives you all that type of vision of where Ning is, and then it turns into nothing. He's not going back on the Ashe again, unless if the coach forces him back. I think we're going to see another Vayne game. Goes back to what's more successful. Either we're going to be seeing the Kaisa, that he's been really successful later on in the game, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, or that Vayne that he's been able to go back to quite consistently, and it seems like the stability is there when they play around him late on that game.
Yeah, you can see from Invictus Gaming is that they actually make a lot of mistakes earlier on. So if you can go with the composition that does outscale them and does have those supportive elements for Mystic, I think you might edge out a win here. I don't think the laning situation is going to change much for the top side. This is not V5 versus IG, where I felt like Jinu actually had some sort of a decent chance against the Shy.
Yep.
So this is Pose, who I feel is coming out from a lower tier in terms of the top laners challenging against the Shy. So that's pretty much what you have to roll with. It's not optimal in any sense, but at least this is something that W is familiar with, and I think it's probably their best chance.
And what we saw in that game, too, is just a lot of great team fights from Invictus Gaming. I want to focus on that a little bit, because even though if we're just going towards what was, like, stock standard, the picks that were coming through, probably the laning phase we always just harp on because the CS advantage was there, felt like the team fights Invictus Gaming were able to nail down were just, like, consistent, CC on top of CC, a few misplays there from Lissandra, but obviously she just can alter herself, keep herself long, and, like, on the map long enough to be like a force, or to have people there for her.
I struggled to call it a successful team fight.
What would you call it, sir?
They were forced into it. I think I would call it, we have the Shy, period.
I think that's everything,
like, they started the team fight out of necessity.
Yes.
Because Rookie was in a position where he was about to get killed.
Yep.
And they said, you know what, we just have to go into it. We were about to see the replay for that. Mystic actually did a very good job. He wasted a ton of abilities, and at the very end, it actually took Ning with a flash to go in and actually snipe out the Ashe.
Oh, this is a big change up though on your screen. Magic, Beishang out. So of course, Beishang, who's been so strong for the team for quite some time, not able to net an advantage for his squad this time around. We get to see Magic coming into it. So I wonder what he's been learning in the back alongside Zero and Wei Xiao. Because for this kind of a player who has a decent Lee Sin as well, I think his Lee Sin's one of his best champions though, hasn't been performing, he would have to come in and impress with the fire burning underneath him.
I think young players can always drastically improve, and that's what we're looking for in this game. But if you want to know about Magic and his performance this split so far, I think it's been pretty mediocre. I think he missed out on a lot of opportunities in terms of tracking the enemy jungler, and that leads him not being able to snowball his winning lanes. Now, for WE, they actually still have laning leads in terms of Xie, in terms of Mystic. However, with Magic, they haven't really been able to expand on those leads, and a lot of times it's because Magic does play a little bit too afraid. He's not really sure where the enemy jungle is. So I want to see if he can come in and be improved on that point. But in his 2018 split, he actually was a very good Rek'Sai. And maybe that's the reason they're putting him on. They're thinking, hey, maybe this slips through the bans. IG's going, I think, most likely going to be playing on blue side, and WE, because they have no wins on blue side, are probably going to select red.
And remember, reason to be able to bring back early game focused jungler like Magic, because Ning ran rough shot. Last game he got MVP. And that's kind of something that you get to be able to see out of him going into this game. And the question for me now is for Invictus Gaming, who early on in this game had some troubles. Being able to play around your jungle is not an issue for them. It feels like Ning is a bit of a pit bull, just wants to go for a fight constantly, and as long as they have shove in lane, then the question really is, like, how patient can WE play? So in pick ban, do you think that WE will just forego laning phase entirely? I'm talking about like Jace probably being banned, Pose going towards a tank. Do you think Pose will play a tank, or do you think he'll go back to these carries that he's been playing all split long?
I think he'll be playing on a tank, and this is what we've seen from the red side from WE. They, even on red side where you're supposed to be counter lanes, a lot of the times they just want a matchup that isn't countered by the enemy. They just want to make sure they themselves aren't countered with the red side, and they go with a composition that can build around Mystic. This is their strategy so far. It has shown some upsides. They did take the win earlier on in this week against, I believe it was LGD, and I honestly think that's the only thing that has been working for them so far. It's still Mystic's team. It's still carry around the big 80 carry. See if they can get a crit champion this time around. Xie, however, I think he's the interesting one, because I actually think Xie has been, in his performance level, been very close to Rookie. I would say even outperformed Rookie in the recent sets.
Okay.
Yeah, so Rookie has been looking a bit weird, to be honest, after coming back from Chinese New Year. People thought that he would show up a little bit. He did show up on the Akali, but that's no longer in the meta, and he kind of dropped down again with the Syndra picks recently as well. So Xie might be a win condition for them, but I still think it's mainly just around protect the comp.
We'll see which strategy both these teams entail. Remember, we're on match point for Team WE. For Invictus Gaming. Team W want to extend this. Going back to that same strategy. LeBlanc still locked in there for Team WE. Let's go through the bans immediately. Aurelia, Jason, Zoe, much like that last game. Aatrox, Lucian, and Rek'Sai out. Feels exactly like that last game, Clement.
Really interesting draft from W. I did not expect them to select the blue side themselves. Now, typically on the blue side, your biggest problem is that you're going to get counter in the solo lanes. It's way too easy to do.
You can probably
counter.
I'm
still not think. I don't understand why they're doing it.
On blue side, you can counter out bottom lane, because Invictus Gaming need to showcase their duo early, unless if Jackie Love and Bao Lan decides they want to hide into second phase. But that's something really difficult. So for Team WE, they have to really be focusing on what their bottom lane is going to be. I mean, we talked about their bottom lane being a priority. This could be that example.
Yeah. So I think W, like you said, counterpick the bot side, but leave those solo lanes for utility roles. Leave them to just keep the game steady in the early phases. LeBlanc is a strong champion to do that, very hard to gank. You're never really going to fall that far behind on the LeBlanc, so I like the pickup for them.
My only concern here is that if you're doing this, you're almost banking on the fact that Invictus Gaming will not have the information on what you're leaning towards in the AD carry position, but they've already seen your Vayne games. That's not a surprise. They've seen your Kai'Sa game. So both these AD carries should not see play at all, and Mystic will probably have to go back to his namesakes, the Ezreal. So they're doing a lot to get their bottom lane ahead, but it won't feel substantial enough to be able to net that blue side.
The picks that are really good right now are actually Tristana. Tristana and Alistar versus Kalista is actually a very easy combo to play. It's a lot of one-shot kill potential. Tristana, with her stacking ability on that E, can actually out-trade a lot of times against the Kalista if you're just talking about 4 or 5 auto attacks in that favor. So I'm looking forward to the Tristana as a potential pickup for Mystic.
And you go lethal tempo. You should just go straight for it. I am so surprised we haven't seen a Tristana so far with how many Kalista blind picks we've been walking into. It's not an Alistar too. Just do it.
Of course, we're going to see IG with the first pick in this rotation. Most likely going to be towards the jungle. Now, we have actually seen Kayn being selected against the Jarvan for Ning. He does favor that matchup. It's very easy to dodge out on the flag and drag combo.
That's the Kindred and Lee Sin banned out by WE, and Invictus Gaming banned, as expected, Vayne and Kai'Sa. So I wonder if the Ezreal's going to be there for Mystic. We'll just have to see what AD carry goes for. But for Invictus Gaming, going to try it for a new jungler here.
Stacking on even more engaged potential. So this is for Baolan. He can use the hero's entrance onto the invisibility of Kha'Zix to find a backline pick that way. And we're finally going to find out what Mystic is going to select in this round.
What's he been cooking? Please don't be Ezreal. I mean, I like Ezreal. I think he has the poke in the lane. But if you're going blue side just to be able to give Mystic, no! Ezreal. Then you probably make it. It's a good pick, but it's not going to be influential.
Yes, it's pretty boring early on, to be honest.
Do it! Do it!
Don't like Quinn blind.
Do it. He's not going to do it. I like Ken and blind. So right now, the top lane ranged carries that I really enjoy is Nico on hit. Yeah, like I know you've been watching and doing the research on top for that one too, because it's not just top laners who've been playing up Nico. Nico is absurd when ahead and has the movement speed along with their 3-hit passive. But it's going to be Kennen this time around because he's practiced on it. So here he goes.
I will say the Nico is much stronger in patch 9.5 rather than 9.4 just because of the extra CC duration on her E.
Yep.
And I don't really expect to see Nico anywhere aside from the marksman position. IG, they're just going to pick it again. Vladimir into the Kennen. Kennen should have a sizable lead earlier on. Does have the range advantage in that matchup.
Yeah, so we're going to have a debate about the Nico later on. But
okay, sure.
I mean, it's just being picked regardless on 9.4. Like, even with the CC duration. But 100% you got to be practiced on it. And Kennen, it's not an AD Kennen. He's not going to be split pushing. He's going to be looking to join team fights. And you're right about going Vladimir. The Shy is going to pick up what is a bad matchup for him, but it's the Shy at the end of the day. So we'll have to see how he plays that lane. So let me just go through the Invictus Gaming composition. Vladimir, Kha'Zix, Lissandra, Kalista, and Galio.
One change from game one. It's only crazy. Only difference is Kha'Zix. That's it.
It's pretty nutty. For WE, you got the Jarvan of the jungle. You got Kennen in the top lane, and then mid lane you got LeBlanc. LeBlanc seems to be the priority for Team WE. And then the bottom side of the map, first you got your Ezreal and Alistar.
It's basically the same composition, honestly. It's a very, very similar in the ideas behind the draft. Kennen is there as a zoning tool. LeBlanc is a champion that can't really fall behind in the mid lane anyway. And the only difference is you have an AD carry that's harder to catch, that can deal a little bit more poke damage in the Ezreal, but is a little bit weaker in lane. So I think both strategies are virtually identical from game one, and it's just about, can the junglers actually hold even this time? Can Magic do a better job than Bason did?
Good question there. Magic has been in the back, watching closely alongside his coaching staff, seeing Ning's early pathing, getting ideas of how to play this one out. So we haven't seen him in quite some time. It's time for him to make an impact. Send the car rolling through. Can Magic make the difference and extend this one to a game 3? And we're in it. This could be the series here. WE has to fight hard in this one. And we just look at the runes. Electrocute for LeBlanc. For Mystic as well. So, I mean, for Magic as well. Seeing 3 different M names got my mind scrambled. Magic going towards the Electrocute rather than the Conquerors. So not a lot of, there's no Conquerors on the map. But hey, Pose has Kleptomancy.
Yeah, that's pretty standard on today's Kennen. You do bully out most matchups earlier on, and it is typically a Q-Max Kennen, so you can see him just trying to get that extra poke in. You always want to take a little bit of attack speed on those runes just to refresh your W a bit faster. And for the domination tree, everything is just geared towards sustain. It's a very scaling type of composition, type of build. You do see the
Taste of blood and
yeah, taste of blood,
hunger, yes.
all that stuff.
Yep.
Getting in early, and you typically do build for magic penetration. Just make sure you can snipe out those backline targets earlier on in the team fights.
This is when we take a look at that goal lead, 3K to 2. Well, it's now 3K, but at that point it was 2.9K, and it's all about that sack of gold. Hit him.
Oh, interesting from Pose. He's actually going to take the E first. Puts him in direct range with the Shy, but also the extra attack speed is going to allow him to outtrade harder.
So that's a lot of gold that he's getting from the boots on Magical Footwear, but he's not gone towards Ravenous Hunter. In that case, he's going Ghost Coral, which is really fun. That means he's actually going to be pushing up topside quite a bit, and then looking to clear out wards. Whenever he's able to do that, that's extra protection on the split push. A lot of times you see that on more so, split pushing tops. Of course, this is likely going to be an AP Kennen. I have not seen an AD Kennen at all. Yep. In fact, there's no reason to do it. There's so many champions that fill that gap. I know that Jason's been banned out so far, but like I already talked about Nico. I don't want to talk about him again. So a lot of damage here on top of Mystic. So you can already see bot lane pushing in. There's potential for for Mystic to be able to get damage here in the lane, get lane pressure through trades, but it's all about pushing in the wave Jackalov's doing while trading through the minion wave, what Mystic's trying to accomplish.
And it's really hard to beat out a Kalista earlier on. You really do expect her to excel at levels 1 and 3. She has that Dark Spear, so pretty much has 2 abilities earlier on. And this is exactly how the matchup should go. The only question is, can Magic actually find anything before Ning hits that level 6? Once the Kha'Zix hits level 6, it's really hard to take hold of your own jungle at that point. Kha'Zix can walk in anytime. He's going to out-duel you no matter what. And it really is the situation where I feel like Magic needs to have a little bit more impact to hold his lanes even and make sure they actually go into the post level 6 with a little bit more gas in the tank.
Yeah, he has a level 2 gank. Obviously, he never went for it. Level 4 at this point, clearing up his camps. But that option is there for him where he can be majorly influential in the lanes. You can already see minion dematerializers just being able to, I think Shay is just trying to reset this wave in. Lane gank opportunity alert. Magic is just gunning it for the bottom side of the map. Ezreal and Alistar are hard shoving the lane, which gives Magic that opportunity to just slip right in. So here he goes.
I really like this move from Magic. It's exactly what we were talking about. Mystic, really good acting right there.
Get in there. Headbutt Pulverizer, and it's going to be Baolan that takes the hit. Will be able to flash away. Doesn't even try. Knows that he's dead. Mystic took a bit of damage, but that's going to be first blood for Team WE.
Ooh, really good move. I love it from Magic coming in. A lot of times after 9.2, the jungle is not about farming. Kills give you so much more of an experience lead. So you want to do heavy ganks all the time. I think Tien is the best jungler that has really caught on to this point and has been playing a lot of Elise. And that's how you want to do it, just efficient pathing means a lot less in this current patch.
Experience it, nerfs. Really feeling it. If you're a jungler, you'll just constantly be, 2 or something levels behind your own mid laners, your own solo laners. It feels bad if you're just farming it up. In this case, Magic was in the back. He was watching the games, wasn't playing game 1, and he did the obvious, which is I did the maths. And Jackalov and Baolan play up without their jungle. So being able to get the kill on the Baolan, they've been showcased to be a weak point on the map early on in the laning phase because they focus so much on those trades and they paid for it.
Jackalov and Baolan, they're actually the most prone duo to die during laning phase out of the LPL. It's just, It has been a constant problem for IG, and we're seeing it once more, where they are very easy to gank, and teams have definitely caught on to that.
You already saw there, Rookie cashing out 160 gold in the bank account. Gonna have to go back, and one thing that not a lot of people end up talking about, I'll shelve it for later since Magic is under threat. Get out of here, Magic. Oh, alright, at least he dodged out that Mystic shot as he's just going right back. He had to push in lane, so he's not gonna lose any minions. Even Kha'Zix's going to hold the wave for him. But wait a minute, LeBlanc ended up just passing right by him, and it's because there's a fight out in the bottom lane. Jaculov just trying to kite back for his life. That's a lot of damage on Magic, but Missing's not going to stop anytime soon because Xie said hello.
Oh my
God, Xie, please give him the kill, man, because that was sick.
Oh, Mr. Big Shot strikes again. That was so well done. Flashes in front of the Justice Punch just to slow Balan down on that play. And I really have to ask, what was Invictus Gaming even doing there?
That was the most baller move CA has ever done in his career. He walked right past Lissandra. She saw her. Just look at the minimap. I don't care about this. Look at the minimap.
I'm watching.
Waves at him. Hi, how you doing?
Go straight down.
Walking right by you. I don't care. Pick up the minion wave. Don't talk to me. Don't look at me. Go straight towards the bottom lane. And he's like, I can catch this out quite easily. I'm going to block you in your path, and I'm going to net this kill. That was so damn beautiful from CA.
Picture perfect, right on time, amazing execution. Like you were talking about, has that baller play to just move past Rookie and not even flinch. That's so sweet from Xie. I mean it when I say I feel like Xie has been outperforming Rookie in these recent few series.
Yeah, I mean, remember, I'm going to go in story time, but it seems like we're about to get a trade here. He's under tower, farming up. No mana he needs to back, but dang, just giving him the how you doing.
This is the exact same brush that Rookie was hiding in. So you can see that the W members are definitely very aware of this. Previous game, they also had the question mark pings on that as well. Magic, trying to hold on to that starting position, is going to use a sweeper for it.
Clearing out that Tri-Bush ward. Invictus Gaming are going to push out this wave. I mean, they already have this one pushed. They just have so much pressure here. I wonder if they're ever going to go on that dragon. The benefit of just rolling the dice for the next dragon is always nice, but it's 8 minutes into the game, and it's just been pretty focused on trying to get ganks through bot lane. Jaculov is pretty, how do I put this? He's afraid for his life. Shoving out the lane is what the coach told you to do, but it's already netting you a few deaths here. I mean, Jaculov ain't dying, but Baolan's feeling that pain.
And I really have to question what IG was doing in the previous kill where Xie did find Balan. Balan's second death happening right there. Rookie definitely spotted out Magic. He saw him on the Krugs, and still Jaculov and Balan pushed in regardless. And that was such a baffling play for me. They even spotted out the LeBlanc coming down the river, and they were like, you know, this is fine. We're good in the position we have. We're going to stay here. It's a 4v2 on the bot side.
We have Lissandra here, right? Actually moves to the mid lane. Looking to just get a complete shove here. So he's just trying to find a good base timing. The Shy, just taking a look at the CS margins. We talked about this being a good matchup for Kennen. He's a little bit ahead, but not enough to be meaningful.
Definitely not. For me, Kennen is a much better pick for the composition that W want to be going for compared to the Gangplank, because Kennen actually does provide you with that hard CC. Doesn't do as much damage.
Fight right back. Ning goes in too, so this should be a kill.
The right one.
Pick the right one. Makes the second choice, but he expends the flash to get the kill. Big pickup by Invictus Gaming, and they already got the second one. So let's see if they can get that third. Beautiful turret plating. We're not even going to look at it. I guess we're just, oh my god, it's because WE setting up for a play. Just bullying Baolan. In fact, they're going to try and double down on Jaculov. Let's see if they can get both. Yep, Baolan's far too low. Oh, wait a minute. Missing was so close to dying here, but those are 2 kills on the bottom side of the map.
I gotta respect Jaculov for staying in that position, but definitely was not the right move. The entire team collapsing on WE, and the thing that we're all waiting on is how big can Mystic get before it gets to the late game. It seems like he's on a very good path.
They just full cleared that tower 10 minutes into the game. That is humongous for Invictus Gaming, but for their troubles, Team WE about to pick up this bottom lane turret. So full trade here, mid lane turret for Invictus Gaming. W picks up that bottom lane turret.
IG's bot lane being treated like a punching bag so far. All 4 kills happening in that bot side. And this is really smart by WE. How to avoid the laning phase against Invictus Gaming that you don't really want to play. How about you just trade objectives?
WE used to be the best at trading, but at this point in time, it seems like CA. Oh no, no trade here. Unless if Mr. Reptile, no, please, Daddy. Oh, I just let that one out. Don't worry about it. My childhood was just fine, and Kha'Zix is doing even better.
Xie goes in for the 1v2, but unfortunately doesn't find the last chain. However, Post does find some revenge, and that's 0-5 bot lane.
Xie was so close to being able to pick up that kill. It's kind of crazy how well he's been doing so far in this game, but not getting rewarded for it. So, I mean, there we have it. I mean, now he's coming into this one 0-2-1. Well, Rookie now has the freedom to roam out in the side lanes.
Ning's going to hunt for another MVP at this point. We're going to see in the bot side how JackieLove found his demise. Just walked too close to a brush, and Pikachu was waiting for him.
Oh no, the Shy is just doing so well up top side. Even still, has to deal with a 2-kill cannon coming right back top lane. So, huge gold bounty if anyone can come up and pick it. Post has found himself parked in the bottom side of the map. Lane assignments here is Lissandra bottom lane, Vladimir top with the duo lane picking up mid lane. With Team WE just switching up the side laners and having LeBlanc pick up 2 members.
I think it's a pretty decent idea. They don't have a mid lane tower to defend. Mobility is key. Shy.
Oh my goodness, the Shy going right back. Yes, Crimson
Oh
Rush
my
2 he
God!
picks up the 8-8 carry. Magic,
He's gonna kill
there's
them all.
nothing wrong with him. I can't believe the Shy right now.
That's a 1v3 with 2 solo kills. Are you kidding me?
At the same time, somehow, CA picked up a kill on JackieLove. Or at least he did something mid. I don't know what he did. It doesn't matter. The Shy went mad top lane. That was insane.
That was disgusting. It was so nasty. You know, this guy is literally like a diamond player starting a new account in like bronze elo. His bot lane is falling apart.
Yep.
You know, it's already 0-5. It's 0-6 at 13 minutes. He's looking, oh, okay, they're just normal bronze players. It's like, time to carry. Puts his pants on and just goes for it.
Invictus Gaming have to get shoved out here, but the chain lands on Battleland. Stop, please. He's 0-3-0. 0-6 combined for the bot lane of Invictus Gaming. But if the Shy continues to do this, let's just all the way back from the beginning. Because Magic is trying to set up on the Shy. They think this is going to be a drive-by. They're like, let's send some more members at him. Throw people.
The initial EQ combo. This
Oh,
should.
no!
Oh, missing misses the WQ.
I can't believe he did this. That's when you just delete a few letters in his name and suddenly miss is what he is. WE miss for the next few moments of this game.
Even with that, you have to compliment on how well the Shy actually played that. He knew he had enough damage to just pick up Mystic, cuts off all the damage from the 3-man, and then walks back confidently to take the Jarvan as well. That was just that's one of those breathtaking moments that really makes you appreciate the spectacle that exists in League of Legends.
That was beautiful and a beautiful disaster on both moments. So definitely something that I will be watching constantly. I just want that to be the... So this is how we're going to find out how that mid lane kill happened. It was just literally them just completely rushing the Ezreal. So
this game has just been a trade between the Shy highlights and JackieLove mishaps. Like, there is no in-between. They just happen alternatively so fast.
Looks like another pick's going through. The Shy is in between 3 people. Post's going to take a lot of damage on this one, and he's going to get hit by the Crimson Rush. Wait, CA. Going for the Shy. There's a lot of blinking HP bars on this one, so Team WE have to get up out of there. LeBlanc's clone got killed. Thankfully, that's the only one.
This is just a monster game from the Shy. If you aren't watching this right now, you're really missing out on something special. The Shy is putting on his carry pants. He's dragging IG up and saying, you will be in your world champion form. I do not care what you are doing on the map right now. I will not lose this game. His team gets collapsed on. He says, you know what? I'll take the 1v3 on the left side. Beats them all down anyway.
This is a hero performance. I've seen some 1v9s in the past, and I'm feeling for people like Someday out there, maybe Jinu, you know, just like truly great top laners that try and make an impact and sometimes still don't pick up that win, but that's not the Shy. He's trying so hard. He wins lane, he comes out, team fights like a madman. You could replace these numbers with broomsticks and it would still come off as a team fight victory for Invictus Gaming with how well he's been playing.
I'm not even sure he's happy Jackalope got that kill. He's like, oh my god, he reset his kill bounty.
Yeah, it's alright, man. You gotta pick up the moral. Right now, morale is through the roof for Jackalope as he's picked up that kill. So Ning just hunting down. Remember the pick potential that's there for Lissandra is very real. So that's just them shutting down Xia on side lane. Team WE are looking for this mid lane opportunity, though. It's going to be all on top of Magic and Alistar. Oh, don't go for it, CA. It's a trap. But Team WE are going for this mid lane tower. There's going to be no pushback, but take a look at Lissandra on the minimap. Lissandra and Kha'Zix trying to look for a flank here, so Team WE recognize that and back away.
I like what W are doing. They're saying, you know what? Papa the Shy is in the top side. He's not going to be here. Let's take this chance and push.
Oh, and they're right back on him. I mean, at some point, you're going to die. He's been here in a 1v2 situation for so long, and he was tasked to rotate alongside with him. He has no way to be able to get in his own jungle, and it just stinks for CA.
And just out of that play, IG finally secures the gold lead overall. They were trailing for a very long time, but finally getting that tower, and they're looking at a 2K gold lead. W once again being put in a position where they have to scale up.
Magic is in that bush for the last 3 minutes, at least. He's looking for this play on top of the tower itself. Should be an easy one, just 3 minions, but at this point, they've been staking it out for so long that it's going to go to them eventually. Team WE take down that mid lane turret. 18 minutes into the game, 2 minutes until Baron Nashor comes up, so that mid lane turret was truly needed.
The Shy's just thinking, hey, it's a good thing you take down that mid lane tower. That's more space that I can flank you with.
Yeah.
You push down top lane. They need to do something about it, and I think that's the biggest question we have right now, because they've been letting the Shy just free farm on top lane for a long time. There's like, you know, we're not even going to go close to you or whatever.
What do they do? They sent 3 people, and all it took was an Alistar headbutt pulverizer combo just missing, and he killed your Ezreal. So at this point in time, they feel like they're doing their best. They forced Mystic to pick up a X-Drinker. And Lissandra is more than likely never seeing because he's in side lane. So it's truly a Vladimir experience that you're dealing with.
I hope he's getting paid well, at least.
Well, in this game, he's getting a lot off his Kleptomancy. Might go to his contract. That being said, Cloud Dragon on the map. Invictus Gaming should be able to pick this one up. WE could get a double Cloud Dragon, but oh my goodness, actually, Ning should. Okay, he doesn't complete it. No Electrocute proc on top of Ning either. That's just going to be a Cloud Dragon going to Invictus Gaming.
I really wonder what W were waiting for. It was a bit of hesitation there. They were pinging out the wards that Kennen could have teleported in, and you could see Pose was actually waiting in position. Didn't really pull the trigger in the end.
At this point in time, with 30 seconds until Baron Nashor comes right back up, Team W have that mid lane push. They may not be stronger compositionally, and the gold lead may be there from Invictus Gaming, but at least they get the first crack at getting control wards down here. Only problem is that outer turret top lane has been there for so long, and it's just stopping them from getting any real control in the red side jungle. So we just need to see them do something there, but here comes the wall. Oh my goodness, Misting is fairly low. He's going to die through all of this, and this was just their gambit of being able to get the pick. Double taunt, you're right. Cataclysm, that's going to work well for the Kennen. Bell land fairly low, but here comes the Shy. The Shy comes in for the kill. You think this wall's going to stop him? Yeah, I guess so. Oh, wait, Ning's fairly low. He's going to get hit by one of these Mystic Shocks. Let's find out. Nah, no skill involved. He's going to be able to net his triple kill in the team fight. So Team WE coming right back.
Ooh, a 4-for-3 trade in their favor. That was super, super close. Everyone on the left side, the bottom side of the wall said, the Shy's here. Let's go to the top side of the wall. Get out of here. Get out of here. Run. Run, baby. And they do make the correct play there. I was actually very surprised that they were able to pull that out. Huge props to Pose. He did finish the teleport first, so he did come into the team fight a little bit earlier, able to get most of the crowd control down before the rest of IG could really react. Great play by Balan as well. That early two-man taunt took Xie out of the fight before he could do any real damage.
Ooh,
and you can see the runaway. Everyone scattered.
Run! That's when it's too late outside at night. You know, the security guards running around and tell everybody to go home. It's at least in my neighborhood. And at least you just run away from them. Ning gets the kill. Answers right back. Extra gold on Mystic. Now he's coming in 4-1-4 at this stage of the game.
And W pull the gold lead so close. Ezreal is an infinitely superior AD carry later game compared to the Kalista. They do have that scaling. They do have a fed Mystic. Win condition is online. But can they survive the Shy? This team fight's going to tell us.
Invictus Gaming just want to set up for the fight. Mystic getting him hard.
Did he get it?
Oh, so close. Ning wouldn't have died, but he would have been damn close to it. There's a ward on that one.
Hello,
Rookie.
Rookie.
Is gonna make you feel it. Doesn't complete it, but the electrocute proc goes off. Invictus Gaming trying to pick a fight around Baron buff. Get pushed away.
And that was 2 Mystic shots from an Ezreal just to force Ning off the Baron. Team fight completely averted. You know when a person names himself Mystic after like one of those abilities on Ezreal, he means business. He's very good on that champion.
It's when you reluctantly check his OPGG and realize that this guy has too many Ezreal games. Too many Ezreals for my liking. This time around, if we're just looking at his build, he's a very defensive type of Ezreal. So this is not the typical double tier build that you're looking for. He wants damage now. He wants to be able to make this presence known. So Ma Amalmorty is upgraded to be able to deal with the constant AP threats. And then on top of that, has the QSS to deal with the constant CC threat that are out there. He's trying to save his own life out there, Clement. He wants to live.
I don't blame him. He's going up in a super tough matchup so far, but he's really making it work. He's been on point with those snipes coming in from the Ezreal.
Ooh, misses the chain, but gets the ult version of that. Let's see how much damage the Shy can do as in Crimson Rush and heals right back up. Has Baolan too, so that's going to be the kill on top of Magic.
Mystic finds
the
him.
Ignite, and it's going to have to be Xie scattering off. They get the kill on Vladimir. This could be a good fight. Xie is out in the Wolves, though, right in front of Jackulov. You got to believe that's some movement positioning. Oh. But here comes Invictus Gaming. Triple kill for Ezreal. But he's no longer alive, and now it's going to be all about, yeah, you got to get out of that one. He was running straight to Pose, but Pose missing out on that entire team fight.
And that was so crucial for Mystic. He used the True Shot Barrage to kill Jackulov. If he didn't get that kill right there, it should have been Baron.
Wondering what LeBlanc was doing in that situation, because I think I was calling out that it was Ezreal, but certainly LeBlanc walked over the wall straight towards the Kalista and killed herself. So it starts with a pretty damn good play by CA and Magic.
Yeah, but I have to say IG did actually have the better drop here. It was a 5v4 and Lissandra was already waiting in base just for that play to happen. A very calculated move by IG. They're very familiar with these scrappy type of fights. Good on Mystic to pop the Vladimir instantly out of the pool, but Xie in a bad position at the wrong time, and Mystic can't really fight against the numbers.
I was trying to figure out why he had to pop over the wall. That was the Lissandra right behind him. Stuck between, oh my god, Jackulov actually outplayed that one. And they found the kill too. Down goes Pose. That was crazy. Jackulov is still getting run down, but they still get the kill. Mystic nets it. He's 8-4, by the way.
I actually think that's a favorable trade for Invictus Gaming. They do take away the crowd control potential from the...
Let's see. No AD carry. Can they come up with a victory? No jungler as well. Here comes Mystic. Gets the kill on Baolan. Welcome to the Mystic Show. You're going to have to deal with Lissandra passive, especially when they take down the Alistar. 2v1. Vladimir. Ezreal. Let's go. Where's the ref?
You really shouldn't be able to catch him, but Mystic is on the wrong side of the map.
Where's the referee?
Oh, and the teleport should save him. No crowd control for Vladimir.
No. All right, he's gone safely. He got himself out of there. Well, the contract wasn't sealed just yet. So he survives. He gets the kills. He's 9-2-4. But these fights are just so hard for Team WE.
Yeah, one thing that Rookie has been doing very well is that he's been shutting down Xie over and over again. Pose actually gets caught out so early on, has to waste his ultimate on one target, and even though Jackie Love's dying on the top side of the map, that's a very good trade for IG. I think in terms of combat ability, the Kennen is far superior to the Kalista at this point.
Well,
and that's just what Rookie once more takes his time, waits for Xie, instantly snaps him down. That was so well played for Rookie.
WWE with a teleport.
Doesn't
it
get it.
goes over to Invictus Gaming. IG looking to chase them down. Mystic way too low. Magic low as well, but they can chase them if they want to and try and just slow them down with the Iceborne Gauntlet procs, but they've lost it all. Rookie should be able to get out of there. Oh, wait a second. Didn't take it.
He stays there.
I think he was worried about missing following up with a headbutt pulverizer. Didn't want to be too close to the cow, but he's going to have to face the fear at some point. Oh, he turns on him. They're going to be able to get this kill easily. WE are just losing it across the board.
And that has to be so frustrating for Xie and Mystic right there. The two carries not even on the scene, and IG just with the craftiness, the guile experience of a world champion, being able to turn it around, turn it on a dime. And the members from WE, they've just never seen this type of play. They've never seen this style of play. They're relatively inexperienced players, the three of them, and IG just picking on the rookies.
Yeah, Mystic just wanted to heal. He wanted to be able to go to the mid lane wave, heal right back up because he took a lot of damage. The moment he came back top lane, he saw fire. Not good fire. It's that bad fire. It's not mixtape. It's that tape absolutely obliterated.
It's your house on fire. It's not the it's not the tracks on fire type
oh my God.
type of beat.
Definitely got the wrong order on that.
That was really inexperienced, and I have to say it was a missed opportunity. WE, they were waiting for their carries to get online, get back into the fight. It was the play call was probably, hey, just keep them in position. But Rookie turns around straight onto Pose. He gets nothing off instantly with the 2 kills. Jackie Love still full health. There's no real reason to use a Cataclysm on him at that point. And it's just IG playing around the margins of the enemy team.
Oh, they're getting right on top of him. Rookie is going to face some problems once he's back out of this one. I mean, he's buying a lot of time, but for who? A great pick for Team WE. They're still in this game.
You know what? I was talking about picking on the rookies, and they found another one. You didn't get the pun.
I liked it. I was fine with it. I just didn't like it. All right?
I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's okay. You can make another. You got another shot. Invictus Gaming, I don't think they want you to have any more time on the field, though, because they're just going straight for this tower, maybe going for the inhibitor tower as well. I don't know what you can do here. They don't have the Lissandra, but Team WE should be able to push him right back, right? Alistar is looking to push him out. He's right in the backside, but can't find the opportunity to flank.
It was a dangerous situation for Invictus Gaming. If they overstayed, that was a 5v4 with the Mad Cow in their back. So they do pull out in time. It's a pretty rare thing for Invictus Gaming.
They definitely keep going forward no matter the situation. This time around, Magic and Pose are just going to get pushed out of here. Drake, good idea from Baolan to be able to push them out of that bush. Doesn't even matter that the control ward's been picked out because at this point, IG just want to go forward. Already, take a look. The Shy's there. At least he's pushed out of the flank position, but he's going to be there to just support the bottom lane push. Take a look at the inhibitor top side. Down, and the minions are just going to work.
Someone's going to have to deal with that. No teleports available from anyone on the team at this point. They're going to have to give up this turret. It's going to be a 5v4. Mystic is the only one standing in the front lines. He has 10 kills, full items.
I don't think a LeBlanc can deal with the super minion waves piling in the top lane. They need someone else. Stat, or they're just going to be losing some HP on this Nexus turret. Already look at it. Shipped out bit by bit. Good luck, CA.
Still a really rough situation, but it is a situation where we've seen Mystic claw his team back into the fight. He has all the items he needs.
You saw a question mark ping by Team WE on their own control ward that far up. There are two things you can, question mark that. Why is your control ward still up there? Or maybe we can possibly make a flank ward on that one to try and get a play going. I think it's more so we probably need these control wards in a relevant position.
I'm just thinking about who can actually play through the flank at this point. For me, WE needs to keep Pose in front of Mystic. The crowd control is way too important. He needs to keep that up and dissuade the Shy from just diving in on the Ezreal. So even though potentially it would be a good opportunity for Kennen to find some picks, I think they're going to play relatively conservative and just put it all on Mystic at this point.
Just looking at his item build, he's completely built out. Has his completed Mercurial Scimitar, and on top of that, I mean, he's already got everything lined up. A lot of cooldown reduction in his kit. So at this stage in the game, maybe he will be looking at taking some items out. I would look towards perhaps the Mom Malmortius, maybe looking for, I don't know, a Bloodthirster. At this point, it's just tough if you have that much gold and don't know exactly what to do to continue to extend your personal lead.
4,000 gold is the advantage for Mystic in this game, picking up the majority of the kills so far. But IG do have a very strong position on the map. You can look, they have full Baron control. Pose is going to have a small window where he actually does have the teleport advantage. I want to see if WE can actually make use of it. They're already peeing down on the positions. They know they have that teleport advantage. Can they actually find the pick?
Gotta have that chance. I mean, Vladimir's already in rotation. So if you gotta move now if you're Team WE. Not making that movement, trying to get the push in mid lane. So they have no idea where the Shy is. And that TP advantage that they had, it's gone to waste.
It was a really good ward clear from IG. They actually figured out everything, denied the possibility from Kennen, and now the Shy, because he doesn't have that teleport, he's actually joining the team.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of really smart strategies doing here. They're playing on the knife's edge. They know WE is in form now. Mystic is online, everyone. So you have to play as safe as possible.
Xie going out ahead, seeing what he has to deal with. Remember, he has Banshee's Veil, so he can tank at least one form of CC, magic damage, anything. That's going to make life a little bit harder for Baolan. Ning just checking out the backside, seeing if there's anything that he can, work with here. There's some pings happening at the top side of the map because, oh, here we go. That's a full engage. Mystic taking so much of his own life. He's just been zeroed in on by the Shy. And now he's just pushed magic away too. The one hope that you had for Team WE is gone.
And they're getting scattered across the map. She is in the wrong position. Is he going to get chased down? Actually finds the wrong one. Oh, but Ning finds him in the end.
There's not many places you can go, Magic. And even if there was, it feels pretty lost for you. Invictus Gaming nailed down Mystic. That was crazy from the Shy.
The Shy just waiting outside of vision. Knows that Mystic is going to go for Baolan, and he just unloads the majority of his damage all onto Mystic, pops it in an instant, and that's just a game win.
Yeah, there's going to be pretty long death timers. The only one that you look towards would be Mystic. Maybe he comes up in time with 5 seconds left, but no. Full team's there from Invictus Gaming as they nail this one down. 2-0. IG takes the win.
It's the battle of the Smurf accounts on their respective teams, but in the end, the top laner comes out ahead. The Shy 1v3 outplay, finds the final kill. You can see him out here, massive carry job from him. He survives the horrendous early game, honestly, from the bot side of Invictus Gaming to give his team the 2-0 victory.
Ain't that the truth, man? I think Team WE came in this one in Game 2, and I felt like there was definitely a lot of hope for the squad going forward. Specifically, I mean, we nailed it again and again. Mystic and CA. Mystic and CA as a duo, when they can combine like energy at some point, they look great. But they don't get to that point often, and even to the micro points of these plays where every play matters, every member is doing their part. It's the Shy that comes in, makes the big impact, and has to be able to pick up MVP after that performance.
You really see the difference between this squad and the 2017 W when they were at their height. Back then, their front line, 957, was their shot caller. They could dance around. They knew how to engage. They knew when to back off. But that's not the case with the current WE. Inexperienced members in the front line, in the supporting roles, and they get chased down multiple times by Invictus Gaming. Also have to give props to Rookie. Even though he didn't have a great laning phase, he kept his eyes on Xie all those times. 2 team fights in a row, he snipes down Xie before he can do any damage, and it really does lock down the later halves of those team fights for Invictus Gaming.
Definitely the Dragons weren't as helpful as it was necessary, and he got to show Invictus Gaming's late game, how they play out lane assignments. Ning was a silent assassin, being able to protect Rookie while he was in his adjacent lane and bottom lane. And the Shy was just doing fine on his own, always coming in the right time in these team fights. So not giving Team WE many opportunities like they did when they had versus Snake. Team WE versus Snake was like opportunities galore, and IG just limited that one.
This is insanely entertaining to watch. The Shy just dig a team out of the hole. But at the same time, also very worrying for Invictus Gaming. Their bot lane is still not in the championship form that we want them to be in. In the World Finals, I felt JackeyLove did very, very well. It seems like he overcome a lot of his mental blocks, a lot of his stage fears in that limelight. But now it's just such a massive regression from the bot side of the team that even though the Shy might be playing the best games we've seen in his entire career, you still have to wonder, is IG still going to be able to put up those performances against the likes of FPX or TOP like we saw today?
That's a good question, because I think there's a difference between like having that experience, having that hubris, where the experience was definitely like JackeyLove has that now. Gone past his first year, he can go toe-to-toe with Uzi and not just completely like shrink. But man, he still pushes that lane. Man, he doesn't really like Baolan and JackeyLove. I think the foreplanning, JackeyLove looks at him, he's like, I'm a Kalista, I'm fine. But as a duo, they need to think about, is Galio fine? That's actually fairly hard to ever be able to get out of that situation, because just his punch is so obvious, like you can get past that. I think by this time, people just know that by sacrificing their flash, they can get through that. And you're almost damning your own support to flash away from it or just die. And that's what happened. If you find yourself in the mid game, 0-6, you look back at your performance and figure out, when did I go wrong? Because you're pushing that lane's not that bad. But when you have vision of where the Jarvan is, and
you
that
see the LeBlanc coming
you
down.
see the LeBlanc. I mean,
like,
by that point, I'll
like,
give him that one, because by that point, she knew he was gonna get something.
Yeah.
But you know that LeBlanc has push in mid lane, so she's gonna be doing something with it, and I think that there's just not a lot of respect coming out that side of the map.
Yeah, but the bottom line for me is that even though Mystic had a great performance, he shouldn't have actually been that fed in that game. That was 3 back-to-back replays where you see JackeyLove just being caught out, and you're like, oh, what's happening? like why?
It's a thinking emoji and a half.
Yeah,
right?
it's really fun to watch. But
it just goes to show the difference between how these teams end up going. Because we see our fair share of like top lane carries, but it's still Invictus Gaming setting that up for the Vladimir. So Vladimir knew when to come in, the communication's still locked down, and Rookie had a good game.
Yeah.
So you just have those combinations happening quite frequently, and so ultimately, Invictus Gaming shows that they play the team play well.
Yes.
They probably show a few blueprint to the enemy, to opposing teams, like going into the future, next few weeks. It's going to be difficult for Invictus Gaming to protect their bottom lane because they're just that far forward oftentimes. And of course, if you're Ning, you're going to be going top side anyways. Like, you're not going to be prioritizing bot side when you have like the Shy and Rookie to look towards. So I think JackeyLove and Baolan probably need to understand their roles a little bit more going into the next few series.
WE is the great team in 2017 that we lost in 2018. I don't want IG to be the great team of 2018 we lose in 2019. That's all I'm worrying about.
Oh no, all right, you're looking to the future, and I guess that's going to be the case for Invictus Gaming after that victory. So congratulations to them on this win. Invictus Gaming not only being able to come out hot in Team WE in Game 1, but also completing it quickly in Game 2 as well. So we're going to be going to our next series in just a little bit. Remember, 7 o'clock is when we hit that one. So that's just going to be in 10 minutes' time. Look out for it. Snake versus RNG. I'll see you guys there.